Hi, I'm host Eric, host Talking with Famous People. You could also call me God's friend's somewhat distracted neighbor. Look, keep hearing about EJArendee. I heard about it in a comment from Homie, also known as Homeboy Banana Pants, also known as, what's his name? UDT116. I think UDT116 might be this guy I talked to on Facebook, who's from the land of shrimps and Barbies, Australia. Anyway, Australia guy might be the same person as UDT116. I don't really know. When I go click on UDT116, I see not a lot of anything to distinguish who it is exactly. So I don't know who he is or anything about him, except he's kind of to comment on my videos. Anyway, he said on one of the videos, he said, on a video I made about EJArendee, he's like, I was sorry to see him go. I'm like, well, what happened to him? And he's like, well, he said he was God, and then he's God's friend, and now he got rid of all his personality videos, and now he's just into being God's friend, I guess. Well, look, if God wants to be your friend, that's fine. Doesn't mean you have to exclude all your old friends. Gosh, EJ. That's weird. Here's the thing. Everybody expects him or wanted him, or he sort of painted himself into a certain corner where he's the personality type guy who makes videos on personality type stuff. Well, I make a lot of videos on personality type stuff too. But you'll notice what I'm not doing, and I've talked to a lot of people about it, I made a video earlier about this, is I'm not making separate channels for different things. I'm mushing it all together, because that's what I want to do. And my theory is if I have a lot of different videos about a lot of different subjects, that even if my subscribers only watch a few of them, and I probably might lose some subscribers by not doing the same thing all the time. But I'm hopeful that if I put up enough videos, enough disparate stuff, that those problems will just sort of take care of themselves. I don't know. Regardless, I am first and foremost interested in having fun, because I am an ENTP, so I talk about my personality to justify my crazy behavior every single day and night. And I say, hey you, do you feel like I do, you fellow ENTP? When you walk in a room, do you wonder how you'll stand in there for very long? Because the room is full of boring crap, and you're not strong when it comes to enduring that. No, rather instead, you get very antsy. I know I do. Yeah, so, he says like, oh, well, he went insane. Well, yeah. If you have some sort of holistic thing where I'm rejecting everything but this now, that's called going insane. I agree. That's a good definition for going insane. I'm going to reject everything that came before, now, and look at everything differently from now forward. I say this is somebody who quit alcohol and hasn't touched it for years, and really it was a life-changing thing where it did change my perspective on things, but changed my perspective on that one thing really dramatically, and helped me to understand life a little differently and everything. But I don't see everything through the lens of alcoholism. I could if I chose to, but I've got a million different lenses I need to try on. I do have to keep that alcoholism lens at a permanent setting on consuming alcohol only. You know, like, do not consume alcohol. That can't ever waver, but in any other regard, no, of course you don't do that stuff. And if you do, aren't you old enough at this point to be like, okay, that's going to be a mistake. I'm going to regret that. I've made these kind of mistakes before. We all do. We all do shit like that, where we think, oh, I'm really enamored with this thing right now. And we think we're going to be enamored with it forever, and we're not. Well, maybe EJArendee is going to be enamored with it forever, but no matter how righteous and true he feels his current path might be, to the extent that it is exclusive of all other paths, it's inherently not a good thing. So, sorry, that's the simple truth of that. The moral of the story is, whoever you are, try not to go insane. I'll try it as well. I'm doing my best to be as sane as the very definition of sanity